Women's Campaign International has worked in Malawi since 2002. We helped facilitate the doubling of the number of women in parliament, and we've kept in touch with those leaders for many years. Most recently, WCI conducted a leadership and legal rights training with the Women Judges Association of Malawi. The aim of the training was to discuss women's issues with judicial and governmental stakeholders, as well as with community leaders. WCI was addressing the main challenges faced by these women, socially, legally, and economically.
Malawi is known as affectionately as the warm heart of Africa, despite being one of the poorest countries in the world. And so when you're working in a place like this where women are treated as second-class citizens, as personal property, we talk about very taboo women's issues, and to see the dialogue happening between women and men about the role of women and the sort of promotion of women in the home was really very encouraging.
The highlight of the workshop was the use of community theater, a tool we have found extremely effective in areas where literacy is low and it's a real challenge to speak about women's issues in the home, especially gender-based violence as well as legal rights. Thanks to grants from Sage Publications, WCI has brought these effective training methods to communities in many parts of the world. Here we see a number of women judges speaking to the community about how to prevent gender-based violence. They explained some of the more common problems as well as answered questions from the audience.
One of the most impactful interactions and exchanges that I had was with a female chief, which is a very rare thing to see in Malawi. By working with these chiefs, it really helps to promote this issue of legal advocacy and women's leadership in a way that WCI and other organizations couldn't do on their own.
This woman is speaking up about her concern that men spend too much money from their incomes on frivolous things rather than on their families. She'd like to encourage them to include their wives in financial decision-making within the home. Here we see a well-known drama group performing a skit in a local market. The actors are married to one another, and the husband is accusing the wife of not performing her expected wifely duties up to his standards. He says he doesn't want her to go outside of the home, he doesn't want her to have friends, and he wants her to be there to serve him. This skit ends with a woman explaining that she has rights, and she has become very frustrated. During the series of workshops, more than 500 women, men, and youth were trained. The reaction was overwhelmingly positive. WCI and the Women Judges Association of Malawi are hoping to continue to provide training for rural women in Africa so that we can increase their legal education, access to justice, and improve their personal and community leadership skills.